When a reckless bystander spits insults and even lunges for his rifle, one steadfast Queen's Guard must choose between duty and self-defense. Witness how unflappable discipline turns mockery into respect in the heart of London. A pale London morning mist clung to the forecourt of Buckingham Palace, turning the cobbles to silver under the pale sun. Amid the ceremonial bustle, Corporal James Carter stood perfectly still in his scarlet tunic and towering bearskin hat, an icon of unflinching discipline. His polished rifle rested lightly against his right shoulder, its bayonet gleaming like a promise of protection. Tourists hovered just beyond the white pavement lines, cameras raised in respectful awe as the last notes of the regimental band faded. Carter's face, obscured by the fur hat's shadow, betrayed nothing. Yet beneath that impassive mask, he felt the steady thrum of purpose. As a former infantryman, he had traded muddy battlefields for this marble-paved stage, but the oath remained the same: safeguard crown and citizen alike. Inside his tunic pocket lay 2 letters, one from his wife, sharing news of their newborn daughter's first smile, another from his aging father, recounting tales of WW2 service. Their words pulsed at his heart, giving strength to stand unbowed. Each visitor's shutter click was a reminder that, for this fleeting hour, he was not merely a soldier in dress uniform, but a living emblem of Britain's heritage. The palace gates yawned open as the new relief marched in, trombones shining, boots clicking in precise unison, yet Carter's duty to maintain the unbroken line never wavered. As dawn's light stretched across the mall, turning its statues golden, Carter inhaled deeply. In that stillness before the day's pageantry fully bloomed, he felt the weight of history settle comfortably on his shoulders, and he knew that, no matter what lay ahead, he would stand unmoved. By mid-morning, the forecourt thrummed with the curious energy of the changing of the guard ritual. Visitors from across the globe pressed forward, eager for the perfect photograph. Corporal Carter remained statuesque, every muscle relaxed yet ready, his eyes hidden behind the unblinking gaze of his bearskin hat. Through the click of cameras and hush of whispered awe, a loud, brash voice cut like a trumpet blast. "Oi, look at him, just a bloke in fancy pajamas." A stout tourist, cheeks flushed with misplaced bravado, elbowed a fellow onlooker and swaggered up to Carter's line. He sneered at the scarlet tunic. "All swagger, no backbone. What's the point of standing there like a red traffic cone?" Gasps rippled through the crowd. Some tourists chuckled uncomfortably. Others clutched their children close. Carter's grip on his rifle remained light, a symbol of composure. Protocol forbade any reaction, but the visitor's tone grew ever more insulting. He mocked the Queen, ridiculed the uniform's weight, even suggested the guards were nothing more than paid statues. A palace steward stepped forward to intervene, but the tourist waved him off. "Let him keep his stiff upper lip. It's just a show." Laughter bubbled from his companions. Cameras had switched from respectful snapshots to recording his theatrical taunts. In that moment, the forecourt's atmosphere shifted. The ritual pageantry, supposed to inspire wonder, now crackled with tension. All eyes were on Carter. Would he break the centuries-old code of silence, or would his unwavering stillness speak louder than any retort? The challenge had been issued, and the story of a British Guard's true mettle was about to begin. The tourist's laughter rang sharp against the palace's elegant stones as he stepped closer, elbowing past a line of fellow spectators. With a sudden brazen movement, he reached out and grasped Carter's polished rifle by the wooden stock, an act that shattered the unspoken rules of engagement. Shutters clicked wildly as onlookers gasped. Carter's training kicked in instantly. Keep the weapon secure, maintain composure, protect by the book. His orders were clear: no unnecessary force, no breaking formation. Yet the sight of his service rifle in the grasp of a stranger, any stranger, sent a jolt through every sentry present. A rifle wasn't a prop. It was a safeguard, potentially lethal in the wrong hands. Across the courtyard, palace stewards hurried forward, but Carter held up a gloved hand to stay them. In that tense heartbeat, he weighed duty against safety. He thought of the drill sergeant's creed echoing in his mind. Discipline above all, but never at the expense of security. A flicker of resolve sharpened behind his unblinking gaze. Slowly, Carter shifted his stance, the rifle sliding off the tourist's fingers and aligning once more with his shoulder. He advanced a single, measured pace, still within the ceremonial line, still under the rigorous discipline of protocol. The crowd fell silent. No outbursts, no cheering, only the low hum of anticipation. By maintaining formation and reclaiming his weapon with precise control, Carter demonstrated that true authority doesn't shout, it stands firm. The provocation had escalated past mere mockery. It was now a direct threat to the crown's security. And in that pivotal moment, every spectator realized that behind the bearskin's stoic calm beat the heart of a trained guardian, ready to act when tradition alone would not suffice. A hush fell over the forecourt as Corporal Carter measured the distance between himself and the offender. He maintained perfect form, feet shoulder-width apart, back straight, yet every fiber of his training was primed for action. The tourist's fingers still hovered near the rifle's trigger guard, a dangerous proximity that left no room for hesitation. Drawing on his rigorous drill exercises, Carter executed a textbook deflection. With a subtle twist of his wrist, he guided the tourist's hand away from the weapon's control. In one fluid motion, he swept his ceremonial baton from its leather frog and applied a controlled wrist lock, disarming the assailant without drawing on lethal force. The tourist winced, the baton's firm pressure reminding him that privilege ends where responsibility begins. On cue, 2 Metropolitan police officers stepped through the palace gates. Carter signaled them with a crisp hand gesture learned in training, the universal sign for suspect in custody. The officers secured the tourist in handcuffs, while Carter remained at parade rest, the epitome of calm authority. Spectators exhaled collectively, relief mingling with newfound respect. Cameras still rolled, but now they captured a different spectacle. Not a silent statue, but a living testament to disciplined professionalism. Carter returned his baton to its frog and reshouldered his rifle with the same deliberate care as before, demonstrating that order can be restored without fury, only through unwavering composure. As the police led the tourist away, a ripple of applause swept the courtyard. Carter's eyes, though hidden, seemed to soften ever so slightly at the show of solidarity. In those polished boots and pristine tunic stood a soldier who knew that real strength is shown not in aggression, but in the precise, measured exercise of duty. And in the heart of London, the Queen's Guard had once again proven why their silence speaks volumes. As the Metropolitan Police led the offending tourist through the palace gates, the hush in the forecourt gave way to spontaneous applause. Tourists and palace staff alike cheered as Corporal Carter stood once more at parade rest, rifle shouldered, bearskin hat immaculate, his unwavering composure now transformed into public admiration. Cameras flashed, capturing the moment when silent discipline turned into visible heroism. News crews quickly converged on Buckingham Palace's railings. Reporters hailed Carter's restraint under pressure, contrasting it with the tourist's recklessness. In interviews, onlookers praised the corporal for upholding the crown's dignity while ensuring public safety. Social media buzzed with clips of the incident, hashtags like #GuardHero and #LondonStalwart trending within hours. That evening, Carter marched across Horse Guards Parade under torchlight. The regimental commander, in full ceremonial dress, awaited him at the center of the yard. With solemn gravity, the commander produced a polished medal, a Queen's accolade for exemplary conduct, and pinned it to Carter's scarlet tunic. The gathered ranks stood to attention, their measured salutes honoring one of their own. Under the glow of the palace facade, Carter allowed himself a subtle nod of gratitude toward his fellow guards. In that shared salute, he felt the weight of history and camaraderie converge, a reminder that his actions were part of something far larger than himself. The accolade was not just a personal honor, but a testament to the enduring professionalism of the Queen's Guard. By dawn the next day, London's papers bore front-page headlines: "Guard of Steel in Scarlet Tunic" and "From Mockery to Medal." Tourists at Buckingham Palace couldn't help but pause respectfully as Carter took his post again, the new medal gleaming over his heart. Once more, he became a living emblem of Britain's valor, proof that true honor lies in steadfast duty, even when words and rules are tested.